Hello, all. Welcome to today's live session for US market trade. And I hope that you have a great weekend in the last 2 days. And what I have said on last Friday, I hope probably all of you have listened to it. And as we have seen, market has turned quite volatile and there are n number of reasons which you may find or one may find. I mean, market, you will see lots of news. You're talking about the new variant, or you're talking about the Fed decision or anything else. But the thing is, the correction is due and it is happening, and you have to search your way out. That's the ultimate truth you need to carry out as or you need to accept as far as the recent market is concerned. And looking at the news we have here, so looking at the current news we have here, as you can see, uh, Dow Jones is down more than that. We will check all of these things. Now they're talking about the new variant and how transmissible this new variant is across the world. Apart from that, I mean, reopening thing, because people are doing what they want to do, or the things are quite normal. Apart from that, everything is going down, and so we have the Fed, and we have Goldman Sachs, which cuts its GDP forecast, cutting its first quarter 2022 forecast to 2% from 3%. Now, I mean, see, there are some data which is very much there as a fact, and there are some things which we are expecting. The inflation data we have here is very much available, and what we have in terms of inflation is actually a fact, and it's a published data. Now, if you are cutting the forecast from 3% to 2%, or something else is happening, now it is, I mean, a half-baked story, because half of the thing is based on uh, the half of the thing is based on the real data, and half of the things are expectations. So let's see which side will probably win. And if you are looking at the market right now, everything is down, and Dow Jones, I think, hit the heart. What I have thought, I think Nasdaq is going to move quite sharply on the downside, but it's the Dow Jones and Russell 2000. Obviously, these are a bunch of low market cap stocks, so they are going to hit the most. Now, what's concerning over here is the VIX. Now, I have specifically said on last Friday that if VIX started moving higher, then you will definitely have a problem, and more so over if it sustains. Okay, if it sustains the way it is right now, then it is a reason to worry, because we don't know why it is increasing and how far it may go, because what we have here as far as the data or the trend is concerned is something like this. So we have one or two things which can make us certain that these kind of things will definitely happen, and we have discussed these things on daily basis. So one of them is VIX, so that's why we are discussing here the same thing again. So the next two or three targets we have here will start with 32, 36, and 50. because it is started moving up, and just now it crossed 24.82, which was one of its big resistance. So it has crossed that. So the next is 32. Apart from that, the dollar index. I hope the dollar index. Yeah. So dollar index is flat, I would say. It started. It is showing some sort of downtick. Now overall, let me show you, because there are different things which we can make out of it, right? Let me show it to you. Well, let's go to the 1 hour chart. Now here there are two things which are actually happening, and it will depend upon which side will win. So if you are looking at the chart of dollar index, so this is the upper end of the range we have, right? This is the upper end of the range we have, and here we are the lower end of the range, right? So this is what we have here as far as the trend is concerned. Now if you look at it right now, what you can see is basically a consolidation that's been going on in between 96 on the downside and 96, or I think uh, yeah, 96.95 on the upside. Right, this is one way to look at this. Now the another way we have here, let me show it to you. So the another way we have here is something like this. Now you can see this is indicating some sort of short-term correction and consolidation, right? So this is another way to look at it. Now the way this is moving, it looks like more than a consolidation rather than a correction. And if this is the case, and let's say if it will sustain in between 94 and 95 and again started moving higher, then it will be a big problem. It will definitely be a very big problem. So this is what we have here as far as the trend is concerned. If you have any queries, so let's directly go to the chart and let's see what's happening. So let's first go to Russell today. I have never checked this chart in this session, so let's go to Russell 2000. So here we are. Now if you're looking at the chart of Russell 2000, I think 3076 is the 2133, right? So let's look at this chart over here. So if you are looking at this chart, now what we can see is there is a consolidation, right? There is a consolidation that you may see over here. Line I want here. So it is at the lower end of the range, right? As you can see, this is completely flat, and the same trend we have here with some sort of different value although, but things are quite similar as you can see, and it is actually trading at the lowest end of the range. You can see because there is not at all any move, there is no move, okay, and it has been flat for the last 1 year. So this entire year this is a flat move, and it is generally not happening when your big indices are moving and you are not. So there is not at all any performance that we have seen in the Russell 2000. So probably if this is the way, then Russell 2000 NR, that's the chart I'm looking at. So if it's sustaining above 3040, then and once the breakout happens after the consolidation gets over, then you will have quite a big range, and probably this is the time when small cap and mid caps will perform rather than the you know big Nasdaq or big Dow Jones gainers, because they have performed quite extremely, I would say extremely well in the past 1 year. Now what's happening? Okay, NBAX. Yeah, sure. Let me just complete this chart, then I will explain your query. So, if you are looking at the chart of Nasdaq, right? If you're looking at the chart of Nasdaq, it is actually trading at its support. So, even though you can see some sort of very big loss on your screen, but as far as the trend is concerned, right? So as far as the trend is concerned, this is what we have here. So the trend as of now is completely intact if you are looking at Nasdaq. So this is what I like about the US market, because technical works very well, and there are a hell lot of people who do believe that technical is just a sham, and it's not working, and or it does not matter because fundamental is everything. So if it sustains above 14,800, then the trend remains, and we will definitely see an upside move from this position, because Nasdaq is sitting quite perfectly well above the support level. So let's see how it's going to move. Meanwhile, you've asked about NVAX. So let's see Novavax. This looks flat. This is a flat chart, and there is a range in between which the current move is happening right now. So let the market sustain, I would say, right? And we will definitely go and look at different charts, but let the market sustain. Meanwhile, we have 2 or 3 different levels we have. So what we have here are $137 on the downside, and you have 2 specific targets to look at, started with 264 and 265, and after that we have 331, 332. So these are your 2 targets, but a confirmation will only comes after the stock started trading above $225. So you have $10 to go, and after that you have 225, and beyond that you will have the probability of moving towards 264, 265 is higher. So this is what we have here. Now let's go and check out the chart of Dow Jones Industrials. Our Dow Jones, I would say, is a flat chart right now. It is moving around different levels, but mostly it is trading in between a range, and hopefully it will sustain. Now what we have here, on the downside you have 34,486, then 34,000, and then we have 33,631. The recent breakdown happens below 35,000. So these are your important levels, and this is the breakdown that you can see. And we have to see, today's market will become the testimony, because if it sustains, right now, if it sustains here, this will become a short-term target. Whether it will converge into a long-term target or not, that requires further confirmation. But today's market, if it started moving and if there is a bounce back, a decent amount of bounce back happens, then we will have some sort of up move. But looking at the indicators, if you look at the indicators, there are negative divergences that are happening. So things still remain volatile. But if you're looking at the overall market, they are telling you a different picture. So things are quite different over here. Now, apart from that, let's see what we have here. So I have talked about Winco Venture. So if somebody want, they can check out the recent video that I have made. Now, the one of the big gainers we have here is Canfight Biopharma. So Canfight Biopharma has indeed moved quite well and quite sharply on the upside. Now if you are looking at the trend, this is indeed a trading in between a range, and even with a big move, it is still trading inside a range. So what we have here, although we have a very big gap that the stock has made, and you can at least hope that it may sustain, otherwise it will be in a big problem. So what we have here right now is the lower end of the range, and it is at 1.93. So the stock must not fall below 1.93. In that case, we have two targets to look at. So the first one is $3, and beyond that there will be a sharp jump which will push the price towards $4.5. Now the next we have here is Society Pass, and it has indeed made a big move. So if you are looking at the price chart of Society Pass, we do not have much data or much information about that, but there are some very big moves that are happening, and moreover the stock is actually sustaining its gain. So I would say this is quite a big move, right? So what we have here now, it is very important for this stock to actually sustain its gain that it is making right now. So we have 7.38 as your immediate support, and then you have 6.41 as your stop loss. So the stock must not fall below these two levels. If it sustains, then we have 9.61 and we have $16, and these are your two big levels that we're gonna look at. Hey, just DOGZ. Let me check, buddy. Okay. Yeah, certainly looks like a good swing as of now. And what do we have here? Yes. Now, this chart, now if you are looking at the short term story, you won't get the full picture over here, but the kind of price move we have here, now one breakout has actually happened. So first of all, you need to understand that there is a breakout that has happened above, here we are, above this level, which is 4.97, or let's say $5. Now the next hurdle we have here is your next target, obviously. So once it started trading above $6.8, then you are here for a big move for an intermediate term, and this is not for the short term, this is going to be for the intermediate term. There are two conditions. First, if it sustains above $5, and second is it has to make a move beyond 6.8 and has to sustain above that. So if these two conditions get met, then we definitely have bigger moves going forward. right? So I think, yeah, definitely Gokan, BFRI. Yeah, sure. Okay, Bio Frontera. No, buddy, this is, I mean, I've talked about this stock a couple of times. The problem with this stock is we do not have much information or much data about this stock. So we have to, you know, remain inside the range or trend. And the way the stock has traded after its listing is quite a volatile move we have seen. So either it's making some big moves on the upside or on the downside. So right now, if it sustains above 6.68 going forward, then you can expect 10 and a half dollars, and beyond $10.50, 10.43 to be specific, you will have some sharp moves going forward. So let it sustains above 10.43 or 44, then you will have some good moves, and for the time being it's in between 6.68 and 10.43, right? Yeah, welcome. uh, apart from that apart from that, let's see the top losers, because market is punishing lots of stocks. We have Summit Theriapics. Now this is one of the big movers, I would say. And we have Bellerophon Theriapics. This is also a big mover in the past, and the market is punishing this stock as well. So there are lots of high volatile counters. Now you can see the move. This is what I am quite fearful about, because if you do not understand the kind of risk which has been involved with these kind of stocks, now if it started moving higher you can enjoy the ride, but once it started moving lower, nobody is comfortable with the kind of move these kind of stocks are showing, because it's like there is no tomorrow. So what we have here as far as the trend is concerned is you have two important support. You have 2.45 and 1.85 on the downside, below which if the stock started falling you have 1.14. So choose your support level and do not try to jump in just because the stock has fallen. Another one, because this has moved in the recent past, we have Bellerophon Theriapics. So let's see how this chart looks like right now. And I think um, so this is not looking good right now, but at least it is the good thing is, or I would say the respite is, it is holding its lower end of the range. That's it. So I think I have discussed this chart in the same manner and it remains the same as of now. So right now, if the stock, let me show it to you, if the stock continues to sustain above 2.1 or $2, then we can expect some sort of swing even now, right? Right now, we can expect some sort of swing if it sustains above $2. So the if it sustains above 2.1, the next range we have here in between $9 and $14 on the downside. So we can expect, yeah, welcome. So you can expect some sort of move. So if you have any other concerns or queries apart from the stock, or rather on the market, then you may ask me. And meanwhile, I would definitely like to request you guys that if you can share it with your family and friends, or with your communities who are interested in this subject, or who are in the market, then we can help a lot more people as much as I can. So that so just help me to spread the word that there are some valuable content, and where you can get your queries done for almost free right now, and take as much benefit as you can. Let's go to some 52-week high stocks. Now I have said this thing again and again that in a market like this, yes, why shouldn't I talk about Pfizer because I have been saying this thing again and again. In the past 2 weeks, I have specifically said this thing that do buy this stock, right? Because this is the one which can give you a big move, and it is indeed giving. So I have started. I mean, I think if ANC is here, then she'll answer you that I have specifically talked about the trend and the levels. I didn't actually remember the level quite well, but it is $10 or $15 lower from where I have started talking about Pfizer, and you can see in the last 1 week if somebody is holding this stock, this is giving you some great moves, some definitely great moves, and there's a big breakout that has happened. So this is one of the things where you can take benefit. Now, you know you just need to find out the trend, and if it is working for you, you need not to look and search it for the entire market. If something works for you, hold it tight and make as much as you can, and then take your profits and take rest as well before going on to your next venture, right? Now, what's next? What we have here? Yeah, so Blue Rock residential growth rate. So this has moved by 72%. So let's see. Yes, we do have this stock, and it is trading somewhere near 26 bucks. I don't know. It does not look like it is moving or going anywhere because there is hardly any move. So let me check again. Yeah, I think this is the one. This is the stock we have here. Now, as you can see, there is quite a move that has happened, and technically, this is a breakout. This stock has indeed made a breakout, and this breakout pushed the stock like it has moved with a great volume and with a great bounce. So hopefully we have to see where it is sustaining and how the move is going to be, because this is a breakout which has happened after 5 or 6 years, right? Yeah, thank you, Nancy, for the confirmation. So what else we have here? So we have Verso. It is already moved by 34%. So yeah, this I like this trend. We do have I don't say that we have much data, but what we do have is a good trend, and if you understand trend, it looks quite good, and there are some big moves that are happening over here. Now, if it continues to trade above $25, you will have your next move towards 34.5 or 34.6. Now, there is another way to look at it if you want to go long, because beyond $35, if the swing start, then you can actually make a double of it. So the big range we have here is in between 73 and $88 if it started trading above 34 or 35. So I think this chart looks clean and looks very interesting right now. And the kind of move we have here, there will be some big follow-on trades in the upcoming weeks and months. So one should definitely check out this stock, right? And more specifically, not any recommendation or any sort of suggestion over here. So what we have most, Carnival Corp. Yes, this is one thing, and I have already made a video on Zoom. Then we have AT&T, Cerner. I have talked about almost all these things. Now, you know, if you still have this pandemic in your mind, then I would say one thing, that we have experienced things, and those things have recovered well, because in the past 1.5 year, 2 years, the way we have experienced things are far worse, and right now this have become your opportunity. And although this kind of stocks won't perform quite well, didn't perform quite well, and if you're expecting that it will not perform well, but I don't if somebody expecting that it will not perform well, then I don't have those kind of views, because this is like an opportunity. And the entire sector over here, I mean, if you're talking about entertainment, travels, leisure, luxury, each and every sector has gets defeated, and they are down and out for the last 2.5 years. And if the stock still sustaining, which means there are some substance which you can see, and Carnival Corp is one of them. So if the stock is sustaining above $17, and if it keeps on holding above that, you will definitely have good days. If you believe that you will see another day, why don't you believe that the business will survive as well? Okay, so we are on our recovery path. So these are your opportunities which one should look at, rather than focusing on those kind of things that has already moved in the uh, 2020, 2021 quite well. And if you keep on holding the same kind of stock, because you believe that they will work, then I don't think that is the correct way to look at it. You should look at the market. You should have that capability to look through the market and see what's going to work in the upcoming market, and not what has worked in the past as well. So this is what we're gonna see. I think I have talked about most of it. Oxygen, you can probably check out my video. And there are other stocks which are completely flat, they are not down and out, but there are other stocks which are completely flat. Now I can see that there are only two of the viewers that are live right now. So I want to share you. I mean, if somebody is not available, so I cannot wait for an eternity. But let me tell you two people one thing. If you want to look for any trend or any sector in 2022, so one of the themes which one should look for is definitely be the insurance sector. Why? There are lots of reasons for that, and the reasons that I'm not going to tell for free, that's for sure, right? But I will tell you that this is the sector that, or this is one of the sector that one should focus on right now, okay, and for the next year or couple of years in the making. And you will see, you will find your own way out if it works, and you will find your own reason as well. So that's why I'm saying this is one of those sectors which one should not neglect. Right now, things are not looking good. Things definitely not looking good, and the market is down and out. And probably let's go and recheck the Nasdaq chart. I hope. I hope this has not broken down. If it does, then okay, congratulations. I think the trend has broken down. So now, yeah, it is trading at 14,876. So I've already told you below 14,890. This is a technical breakdown. So let me raise this flag. Okay, here we are. Technical breakdown we have here. Now enjoy the move. For so, what you need to do, if it continues to trade below 14,890, then you have to consider this as a breakdown, which has already made given its confirmation. So if you want to go short, that is up to you. If you don't know how to be in this kind of market, wait for the storm to just pass by, let the thing settle down. Do not try to jump into the market. And as I have been saying this thing for the last 1 week, and this is the of first day of this week, and I'll tell you the same thing. If you don't understand the market, wait wait for the things to settle down. If you do understand the market, take decision accordingly, but don't try to sell the entire market, right? So it is through Panion. Uh, am I right, Jess, or am I looking a wrong company? Do let me know in the comment section. So Trupanion is the stock that I'm looking. So is it the right one that I'm checking? So anyways, let me get the confirmation. But if this is indeed the stock, then what we can see over here is a shift in trend and momentum. Right now, the trend has shifted, and you can see a sharp amount of rise in the momentum, and there are some big levels which is yet to be seen as far as the market trend is concerned. So what we have here, we have $249 as our next set of targets, and as a short-term support one may consider $108, right? So this is what we have here. Yeah, so the trend looks good. I think you get the message over here. Now, what I want to say here is let the market settle down, because and follow the VIX, and follow the dollar index. And this market is volatile right now, and yeah, and it is quite visible in the dollar index. Well, that's what I've told you, right? Couple of minutes back, that the dollar index looks like a consolidation rather than a breakdown or something. And if this is indeed a consolidation, then you have some bad days ahead. There are definitely some, this currency move can um, injure the equity market for sure, and you have to wait for this. Definitely have to. So it is again started moving on the upside, and if it continues to move, and once it sustains beyond 96.95, you will definitely have a move toward 100 as well. So that's what we need to look at. How the, you know uh, don't focus on any stock or on the market, just focus on dollar index. And if it continues to sustain above 96, then may be sure that market will still be volatile. And once it started moving beyond 97, then the volatility will increase substantially. So that's why I keep on saying one thing again and again, that Buddy, you want me to do this chart analysis or what is this? Are you trying to make any advertisement over here? I don't understand this comment. Made 10% today. If you want to, okay, okay. I think these are all the I think out OTC market counters, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Let me tell you, man. Uh, Donald, let me tell you one thing. This market is very volatile, and there will be some big moves on both the sides. So I think you asked me these charts in the past, and I will tell you the same thing. If you understand what you're doing in this current market, and if you can, hold on to the volatility, then it's fine. Rest, these are very risky bets that you are looking for, right? So understand the market, and if you do know about the risk, then I am no one to tell you what to do and what not to do. So right now, if you are looking at VSBGF, you have two targets to look at. So on the downside, you will get a better support, a better buying opportunity at 0.68. On the upside, you have a range, and that is in between 1.75 and 1.94. But do not go below 0.68 on the downside. Next one you have asked is FOBIF, right? And please share this. Please share this channel and this session with your family and friends, because you are getting some valuable content for free. So I don't think there is any harm right now to at least share this and to spread out the word. Right now, if you are looking at this particular FOBIF, this is near its support, but it is not sustaining right now. So just observe whether it is sustaining above zero point 0.8 now, 89, and more specifically, it must not fall below 0.80, as this is a strict stop loss on the downside. And the last one you have asked is XTSL. So XTSL, MFAS Technologies. Yeah, this is consolidating as of now. Now, more specifically, there is anyhow a standard disclaimer, but OTC market counter are very, very risky things. Those who know what are the risks they are taking, so it is just an information, or I would say a humble request to all you guys. If you do not understand the risk that are involved with OTC market stock, then please be careful about that. And those who know what kind of moves one can expect over here, so, or those who know how to play in OTC market, that's a different thing. But if you are not comfortable with this market, then better stay out of it. So this is the current range as far as the MFAS Technologies is concerned, where you have your stop loss at 15 cents, right? So this is what we have here as far as the trends are concerned. So let's see. I don't think there is any respite that you can get in the market, because there is one simple thing. The VIX is not going down. It is completely stuck at 20%, 4.4 or 25, nearly 26. So it is completely stuck at that. And one example over here, definitely share this example. Okay, then you are talking about this new variant and all these things. Now, with this, how can a movie, I mean, this is the first weekend in theaters, and this movie has made 260 million. So how could this be possible? It means what you can see in the real economy, and what you can see in the stock market, both are completely different. And right now the stock market is actually adjusting itself. So if you can just wait for a couple of days, if you're looking for a short term thing, and even if you're looking for a long term strategy, then I would tell you one thing, and I have said this thing again. Consider this next 2 3 months to find out good stock and start investing in a phase wise manner. So if you want to invest even in a particular stock or in a particular index, so invest it in invest in it like in 5 or 6 tranches, or plan it to invest into that particular thing in the next 3 months. So rather than spending all your $100 on a single day, you just need to spend it $30 on first month, then $30 $40 on the second month, rest on the third month. So I think you will be fine. So the message for today's session is simple. If you know the trend which you are comfortable, and if the trend works along with you, okay, if the trend gives you the same confidence back, then stay with the trend. Do not try to search, and do not try to overthink in this particular market, because this particular market is volatile, and there is no denial in the fact it remains volatile. And probably until and unless it will adjust itself, I mean 2000 next 2000 points for Dow Jones make you feel quite jittery, but it is not very big for the market. So wait for the things to settle down before taking any such big trades, right? So do observe the market. If you have anything, I think I will end this session right now. And do come up with your queries, and share this session, or share this channel with your family and friends. You will get lots and lots of free contents, valuable contents, which will definitely help you out. And then we will take this session going forward. So I think this is the end of today's session. We will see you tomorrow with lots or with all your queries, and I will definitely try to solve as much as I can. So thank you all for attending this session. Good day to you.